What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL grant stimulus update spoke to the SBA. It is Friday, February the 12th, 2021 TGIF. Please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL in the comments below, copy and paste the exact title of this video, and don't forget to tag Big Ben Cardin, Jackie Rosen, John Cornyn, and your two state senators. Share it all over social media. And if you'd like to be part of a brand new business that I'm about to launch where I help grow your company, I ask you please subscribe right now and hit the bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? It's been a long, rough, but prosperous week for me. I don't know about you. Tell me something in the comments. How you doing? How you feeling? Are you excited? And if you saw the poll that I did last night on the community wall, 25% of you think we're screwed, and there's no way that middle to high income is getting the $10,000 EIDL grant. But I was pleasantly surprised that 75% of you do believe that Jackie Rosen's amendment, which was added into the Senate last week on Thursday, pinned in the top comment, where she put an amendment in to the $1.9 trillion budget reconciliation that has to be passed and finalized by March the 15th. Miss Nancy Pelosi claims that she's going to speed it up and get it done by the end of this month. My ass. I'll believe it when I see it. But we got another 2 to 4 weeks to keep our foot on the gas. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I ask you to share and tag those people is they're the heroes of $10,000 EIDL grants for low, middle, and high income communities. She's got an amendment that went in last Thursday. It's attached to this massive $2 trillion-ish deal. As part of that amendment, she removes the caps on the loans at $150 and puts them back at $2 million where they belong. And she removes the caps on the grants, referencing section 1110E as in Edward of the CARES Act. And that's the whole up to $10,000 bullshit that led to $1,000 per employee. Well, Jackie Rosen, a Democrat in Vegas, a middle income community, and John Cornyn, middle income in Dallas, are the sponsors of the EIDL Small Business Act, known as S4 227 in the Senate as of last July. Those are two of the main parameters in that bill. Get rid of the loan caps and no more of this $1,000 per employee bullshit. So 75% of you, as per the poll last night, are just like me. Got something in my throat, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's too much dairy. I got cream in this. I had pizza the other night. I had cake for dinner last night. It had whipped cream. Too much dairy will give you excess mucus. All you health nuts out there know exactly what I'm talking about. So if I'm choking, that's why. But Jackie Rosen's amendment gets everybody in middle to high income the balance of the 10 grand or the full amount if you applied in middle of July to when they passed the law on December the 27th. So we have a chance. And 75% of you have got the glass half full. God bless each and every single one of you, because I am convinced this is going to work. We've been fighting now for 11 months, right? Shout out to all the OGs that have been here. And I've been running the same fucking video over and over and over again, in addition to reaching out and calling tens of thousands of times to people like Big Ben and Jackie Rosen and John Cornyn. But we're up against the Senate Republicans like Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, Rob Portman. They don't want to spend any money. Susan Collins, I can't stand her. She doesn't want to pay out any money, let alone a $1,400 check. She don't want to do anything. They wanted to lower it down to $50,000. Don't get me started. Don't get me started about the hawks in the Senate on the Republican side. We can spend $8 trillion lobbing Tomahawk missiles over to the Middle East for the last 25 years, but we can't help the small business owner, which is going to rejuvenate this economy and increase our tax revenue into the federal government to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars. No, we can't do that. My ass. We are going to get every single one of you $10,000 in full, or the balance thereof, come one way or another. But the next 2 or 3, 4 weeks are crucial. So every time any of your senators or those 3 that I keep mentioning post something on Facebook or Twitter, you got to tag them. You got to say, that sounds great, but what about my $10,000 EIDL grant? I'm in middle or I'm in high income community and my business has been devastated. What's your answer? Jackie, John, or whoever your state senators happen to be. They have to be inundated, and believe me, Jackie gets it. Because of channels like this and people like you and her constituents in Vegas saying, wait a second, we're in middle income. Where the hell's our 10 grand? She acted quickly. She put basically the guts, or most of it, of S4227 into this bill. And because we don't have to get appropriations and we don't have to raise any more money and twist any more arms, it's really a question of, are they just going to slide that amendment in there? And so enabling in the process that everybody in middle to high can get the $10,000 they were promised. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm running out of gas, but I wanted to tell you what the SBA said to me today. A lot of confusion in the comments related to what this income source is when you're filling out the application at the bottom, right? You got to put in all your receipts for 2019, all for 2020, and all for the first 2 months of 2021. Can I have a sip of coffee, right? What are you guys drinking? Tell me what's going on. I need to hear from you. We barely cracked 1,000 comments yesterday. Let's get it up where it belongs, close to 1,500, maybe a little more. Oh, boy, that's so good. So good. So good. I love coffee, honey, and organic heavy cream. All right, so the SBA says, very important, you do not count unemployment as an income source. You do not count PPP as an income source. None of that stuff, PUA, PDUC, unemployment, PPP, does not, I repeat, not go in the income source of the targeted EIDL advance application. They said to me very clearly, and I spoke to more than one person, it's business receipts only. A PPP is a loan. That is not your sales or your business receipts. So if you put it in there, but you still had the 30% economic loss between March and December of last year, you're fine. If you're among millions of people and thousands on this channel that have not gotten your email yet, as I said yesterday, they still got 3 more weeks of emailing. So if you're in low income and you're freaking out, relax. They're sending out 50 to 100,000 emails a day through the rest of the month. Once March 1st rolls around or thereabouts, everybody that applied between July 15th when they ran out of money and December 27, you're going to get an email, and you're entitled, provided that you're legit, to the full $10,000. And as I've been saying now for the last couple of weeks, we need Jackie Rosen's amendment that removes the caps on the loan and the grant. By the way, watch the pinned video between her and Isabel Guzman, the new head of the SBA, supposed to be sworn in next week. She clearly says, I need your help, Miss Guzman, to get this passed and funded. And Miss Guzman, in her own way, she had to be somewhat politically correct because she hasn't been sworn in. She says, I look forward to working with you, and whatever Congress says that we can do, we will do. And I am convinced that the new SBA, now that Ms. Carranza is out of there, no more of those Hermes Versace scarves representing the fat cats who stuck their hand into the PP cookie jar. Miss Guzman is a champion of the little people, like you and me. 10 employees or less, perhaps minority-owned, those who have proudly served our country. Thank you so much to our veterans. No more of this top 1% bullshit. Let's take care of the smaller people that are the backbone of this country. 99% of all small businesses, 500 employees or less, are what make up this country we call the United States of America. But somehow that top 1%, which controls half the jobs, has all the money and all the power. Well, maybe things are starting to change. Because if you look at the pinned comment around the 10-page frequently asked question manual, why couldn't Ms. Carranza do that? She had 11 months to answer our questions. All of a sudden, the new SBA, under the current temp head, I can't think of the person's name, forgive me, and Ms. Guzman, totally different. In fact, if you call them up, have you noticed? You get connected right away to Tier 2. No more of this frontline customer service. I have no clue what I'm talking about, folks. You get connected to an expert. It's really improved dramatically in the last few weeks. So, shout out to the 75% who have the glass half full. I do believe Jackie Rosen's amendment will be accepted. We will know one way or another by March the 15th. And if it passes and they remove the caps, the next round of reconsiderations may be a sign and drive, because also pinned, Karen Mills, the former head of the SBA under the Obama administration, says you deserve another 6 months of working capital. So if Jackie's amendment goes through, Many of you that are bumping up on the 150 limit might be able to get $500,000 or upwards of $2 million in this next go round in terms of a loan. And as I just said, for the 10 millionth time in the last 11 months, if that amendment goes through, you guys, each and every one, are getting $10,000 of EIDL grant or the balance thereof, whether you live in low, middle, or high income communities. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, I love each and every single one of you. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.